Mercury. How pervasive is it in our environment? And what are the dangers and what can be done? We'll learn more now on RNN.
This is RNN, the Renewable Now Network, where sustainability makes sense.
Mercury, a neurotoxin element that is extremely toxic because it can enter the body through inhalation, ingestion, or skin absorption. This dangerous element has found its way into our environment, into our seafood, and into thermometers used in healthcare, and into the homes we live in. Since 1990, there have been efforts to control mercury exposure through regulation with the United States Clean Air Act, as well as programs initiated by the EPA. But one program that is also making a difference is run by the Thermostat Recycling Corporation, who, along with the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management and the Rhode Island Office of Energy Resources, recently recognized Rise Engineering of Rhode Island for their efforts in recycling mercury thermostats within the state of Rhode Island.
I'm Ryan Kiscaden with the Thermostat Recycling Corporation. I happen to be the executive director of the program, and I'm here today presenting an award to Rise Engineering on behalf of their mercury recycling efforts for the last few years, but particularly in 2015. For those that don't know what we do, we're a group of 29 manufacturers that run a take-back program for mercury thermostats. So as Rise has sort of graciously provided, they have the bins here of our program. That's the crux of our program. We run a collection program using that bin. It ships back through FedEx, and then we handle the recycling of those materials. The manufacturers, certainly they have this product out there. It's going to be out there. We're not sure how long, but it's out there, and we're still trying to get back as many as we can. Each device contains about 4 grams of mercury, which is it's mercury, which can be it's a neurotoxin, so it has to be handled properly. The manufacturers have ran this program since 1998, and depending on the state, there's been regulations around the requirements to run the program. Here in Rhode Island, there is requirements for the manufacturers to run this.
So we all know that mercury is highly toxic, and even in very, very tiny amounts can cause harm to the environment and serious health problems. So that's why Rhode Island, and in many areas, we've been really leading the way. And this is one, we were the first state to pass kind of a comprehensive approach to collecting mercury back again and disposing of it properly as part of an extended producer responsibility set of statutes, where we try to get the producers of a product or a material that is hazardous or difficult to dispose of to take responsibility for recycling or disposing of it.
I'm Beverly Migliore. I'm with the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management, and I run the mercury program for the state, the mercury reduction program. Our mercury law in Rhode Island was passed in 2001. In fact, it was the first mercury law passed in the country. And in 2006, it was amended to specifically address thermostats and to ask Rhode Islanders to put a date when they would be able to be out of service and no longer be able to be sold. But also we put into the law a portion that made us have to collect it. And in order to, it was one of the first producer responsibility laws where the people that make the thermostats that contain mercury would have to contribute for the collection of those kinds of things. And it was one of the very first ones in the country.
This is Energy Awareness Month, and it is great to be continuing to celebrate throughout the month great accomplishments in Rhode Island. I also applaud the program and the success that you've had on the recycling of the mercury, but I also wanted to put it in context of how long and how important the RISE contribution has been to Rhode Island's success and efficiency. Since 1977, RISE has been part of the successes that this state has seen in energy efficiency. And just in the last few weeks, ACEEE announced that once again, Rhode Island is in the top 5 across the country and is #1 in the utility sector efficiency programs with a perfect score. So, yay. RISE is a huge piece of that success, and we, although today is very specific to a program, we just wanted to be sure not to let the day pass without acknowledging that the 300 employees of RISE have made a huge difference in the success of the efficiency programs here.
My name is Ryan Kiscaden. I'm the Director of Residential Services here at RISE Engineering. We are very proud of this achievement through Thermostat Recycling Corporation. On behalf of National Grid, we recycle a lot of mercury dial thermostats throughout the state of Rhode Island, replacing them with programmable 7-day thermostats. And through the partnership, we're able to recycle a massive amount of mercury and take it out of the environment. And through that partnership, we're proud to receive the proclamation today.
It's a certificate of special recognition, be it that Gina Raimondo, okay, Governor of the state of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations extends my personal best wishes to RISE Engineering in honor of being recognized by the Thermostat Recycling Corporation, the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management, and the Rhode Island Office of Energy Resources as the top mercury thermostat recycler in Rhode Island for 2015. They want to thank you for your continued commitment to the environment and energy efficiency in the state, and then it's signed by the governor. So with that, I'll give this to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back to something that both Janet and Cal referenced, and that is the leadership position overall that Rhode Island has been able to attain in the national rankings for ACEEE. As a lifelong Rhode Islander, sometimes it gets wearying when you see rankings that place you at the bottom. The fact that Rhode Island ranks near the top and has ranked consistently near the top in those rankings is really reflective of the type of leadership that exists really at the gubernatorial level, the legislative level, within the agencies themselves, and clearly with the help of National Grid. One of the great things about working in the state of Rhode Island is that it's small enough and manageable enough to really make an impact.
Congratulations to RISE Engineering for being awarded this honor, and to the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management, the Rhode Island Office of Energy Resources, and the Thermostat Recycling Corporation for helping to keep our environment safe and clean.
This is RNN, the Renewable Now Network, where sustainability makes sense.